Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. I'm bringing you another at-home workouts video. Today we're going to focus on some lower body and abs workouts. So I know that you guys are really curious about how to improve the definition of your stomach muscles, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. So today at the gym I had an absolutely beast leg workout, but still wanted to come home and make this video for you guys because I do really enjoy reading the comments, and I do see a lot of the comments addressing that sort of thing. You know, how do I get, you know, ripped abs or whatever? And there's two parts to this that I want to go over at least. There's one, of course, is you want to train your stomach muscles, and then there's two, which is going to be your body fat percentage. So obviously, if you train your muscles more, they're going to show more, and if you reduce your body fat percentage, less body fat is going to mean more definition. So there's two things that you want to do in order to increase your muscle definition, especially in your abs. So and sort of the way I'm going to start with this is I'm going to address the body fat aspect of things. So body fat is going to have to do with diet and of course your exercise. You basically just want to burn more calories than you eat. So you can do that by doing cardiovascular activity, which is going to burn a chunk of calories, and then you can do resistance training, which is going to build lean muscle mass, which is going to increase your base metabolic rate. So it's partially due to the way you do your exercise and partially due to your diet. So of course you can exercise more, which means that, you know, I guess you can have the deficit created by exercise, or you can have the deficit created by your diet, and I do a little bit of both. So I'm starting off with legs because, you know, of course legs involve a lot of core. You have to balance doing exercises like this, plus they are some huge muscles. So if you can get your legs on your side in terms of building lean muscle mass on your legs, that's going to really help increase your base metabolic rate, which is going to mean you just burn more calories naturally. And if you diet appropriately, then the fat is just going to be just melting right off your body and having those abs show even more. So I am starting off with a few leg exercises because, you know, that's the reason why. So I like to do squats. I like to do lunges, sort of alternating lunges. If you want to do a little bit more cardio aspect to it, I guess you could just string them right together. You can do squats, then lunges, then more squats again. Now these are some different sort of exercises. These are a little bit more balancing exercises. This is going to work, of course, the leg that you're lifting, and you're going to feel a really intense squeeze in your glute, which is your butt muscle. And then the leg that's supporting is going to feel a little bit of a stretch and squeeze in your hamstring. So this kind of exercise is for the back of your legs. One of the legs is going to sort of have more involvement in the glute, and then the other support leg is going to have more involvement in the hamstring. And you can see my cats want to work out with me too. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I want to watch. So they're all messing with me, but whatever. But yep, this exercise involves a little bit of balance, and balance is always good because balance a lot of times does come down to a lot of your core. So you can build your core up by doing exercises that require balance, including leg exercises. So this next one is going to be just those last ones were sort of putting your leg behind you. These ones are sort of lifting your leg in front of you. And you can alternate these, or you can do them one leg at a time. This is going to help your hip flexor. And also, as you can see, it's also a bit of crunching for your abs. So, you know, pulling your legs around does involve your lower abs and your ab plate in general. And these are also just, like I said, good for your hip flexor, good for your legs. And they're going to be overall mobility and flexibility and strength exercises. So these are just, I mean, trying to think of as many things as I can tell you guys for your at-home workouts, because from what I've seen, you guys really enjoy these videos, and I'm really happy to make these for you. I mean, I've done my fair share of training at home when I was younger, so it's a really good way to get started if you guys are thinking about getting going with your fitness journey, as it were, but you don't really feel like going to a gym quite yet. You can start doing things like this. This is, so we did the back, like moving your leg backward, we did moving your leg forward. Now this is going to be moving your leg off to the side. This is going to work your hip flexors and a little bit of your side abs, depending on the way you're balancing. And you can do these to both sides. I mean, like, I'd probably just do these one at a time, or I guess you could, you know, throw them one at a time each way. But I was just sort of trying to figure out a way to get exercises in every direction for your legs. So you're pushing down, and then you're moving your leg forward, backward, and to the side. And that's going to be, you know, you do a couple sets of those, and you should feel pretty good. So these are some crunches that you can do. These are like sort of V crunches where you move your legs. You don't really go all the way back down with your stomach. So there's both tension, which is holding your body up, and flexion, which is, you know, actually performing a crunch, and you're crunching with your upper body, and you're also bringing your legs up with it, which involves your lower abs. And I just hadn't shown you this exercise yet. You know, of course, you guys, I've shown you crunches before, and we'll look at more crunches too, but this is also a pretty fun one if you guys want to try this. And this, like I said, it involves a little bit of balance, which is always good too. But then you can go with your tried and true standard crunches. You know, suck your stomach in if you can. Really try to crunch towards your, you know, basically like crunch your ribs into your hips. Pull with your ab muscles as much as you can. And if you want to do something like this, I can put my palms or my hands out in front of me, trying to reach, and I feel that a lot of times, like really in my upper abs too, in sort of like the area where it looks almost like your ribs. That's actually muscle there, so you can work that. And honestly, guys, crunches have been my go-to exercise for a very long time. Like I've said in other videos before, I mean, basically my ab routine, I will do some stuff like with like the little ab wheel they have at the gym. Sometimes I'll do weighted abs as well, and that's just for fun. Like, you know, it helps and it builds my muscles, but, you know, doing crunches has always been like my go-to activity. So I'll do crunches to the front, and then you sit on your hip and do crunches to the side, and now you will feel activation in like the sort of the six-pack abs that you see. But there's also muscles in the side there, and you can see them as I crunch in there. And you definitely want to get those activated too, because you don't necessarily get as much of that just when you do a front crunch. And you can also bring your leg into it a little bit, like here. You can sort of like crunch to your knee. You can bring your knee up, or you can bring your knee forward. And either way, that's going to involve a little bit of your lower abs and some stability as well. But yep, then you just, you know, do. A lot of people were asking for actual numbers of what you can do. I guess you could start with 25 crunches to the front, 25 crunches to the side, and then, or 25 crunches to both sides and 25 crunches to the front, and then do, you know, 10 leg lifts, like these sort of bent leg lifts. And I like to do the bent leg because I can feel it a lot in my lower abs, and it's just my preference. But honestly, guys, you can just do as many as you possibly can, and then do something else, and then you'll see that, just have that number in your mind. And over time, that number will increase. The amount of crunches you have to do in order to get the sort of fatigue that you're looking for will increase, and that's good. That's what you want. But yeah, in terms of me, like what my numbers are, I usually do about 50 to the front, 50 to both sides, and 50 to the front again, and then do 25 leg lifts, something like that. But this exercise right here, this planking, is also good. We looked at this last video, but when I do a plank, it doesn't really I don't really want to be sitting up there for an hour and a half in order for it to get difficult. So I like to move around and do like sort of crunches to both sides, and then do crunches to the middle. Really make that plank burn earlier rather than later, because I don't really want to be sitting there for 2 minutes at a time. So I kind of do some crunches. I don't really stay really stationary when I'm doing these planking exercises, but that's because, you know, combination of tension and flexion. And so right now, this might just be a little bit narcissistic, but I do want to take a look at where my abs are at this point, because I think my plan right now is to do another little mini cutting phase in terms of my diet. So I'm going to get even leaner than this, and we'll see how that goes. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. I know it was just a lot of crunches and a lot of squats, but it does matter to me that you guys leave me such positive and really motivational feedback. And hey, if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them there, because I like answering them in the comments, and of course I like answering them in these videos as well. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!